Warning, there is a good chance Bitcoin Mike has no idea what he's talking about. Do your own research. Enjoy the show. Thank you. All right, folks, it looks like Bitcoin is settling around 22,440. We had that major dump yesterday. Altcoins took a little bit of a tumble, as you can see. We talked about this last night. Not really much has changed since last night. Last night we settled around the same price, and we still are here. What will happen next, nobody knows, but it does look like this dump was caused by the whole Silvergate, the Silvergate Bank fears. Of course, that bank, crypto-friendly bank, has kind of gone under, as we all know. So the funny thing is, this kind of goes back to what I've been saying about the crypto banter curse. Here's Rand Neuner. You can't make this stuff up. So here's old Rand. When crypto, well, you guys can listen to yourself. When I think the bank stock was at like $28, he's telling people it could be a good opportunity.
The other thing that I'm watching is the Silvergate Bank. We'll talk about this, but what you can see when it comes to Silvergate Bank is that if you go from August, Silvergate Bank is down 75%. This could be an opportunity. We'll talk about it. We don't usually talk about stocks. Today we're going to talk about Silvergate Bank. The other one, which I think we're going to talk about, is GMX.
Yeah, so anyway, you guys can watch this video. He actually made another video that he deleted. It was like a special emergency video telling people to buy Silvergate Bank. And of course, Silvergate Bank now is at $5. So everything Rand the man, Crypto Banter, touches. I've been telling you guys this for a long time, and I'm going to keep saying it because I'm right. I'm right as a motherfucker on this one. Of course, we can't forget about this one.
Would you put more money into which one you think is the best? I would say that I think Luna is the best. I think it's the best.
So, and of course, everything he touches turns to shit. So that's what's going on with Silvergate. You know, it is kind of odd that Silvergate caused so much damage, you know, that 6% dump. But I think what's happening is a lot of, like, Coinbase has pulled out of Silvergate, and there's also fear about regulation, where I think Gary Gensler came out and he said he's not even sure that these crypto exchanges should even be holding people's assets because they're just, like, so unreliable. And there's also talks of legitimate banks not giving crypto banks loans, not letting people, you know, when I first got into crypto, I had like my Wells Fargo, and Wells Fargo wouldn't let me send money over to Coinbase because they said it was a risk. Of course, all that's changed, but think what would happen if all these banks got together and said no more crypto. It would be almost impossible, at least in the United States, to send US dollars over there. Of course, there are ways to do it. You get like an overseas crypto, you buy like Bitcoin there, then you send it over to the exchange. But there's a lot of uncertainty right now, which we always see. But as far as price, you know, Bitcoin hanging out at 22,428 is fine by me. Gareth Soloway has kind of changed his tune a little bit. And I'm going to play a little video from Gareth.
Soros is betting against, but, you know, I see an attractive price when I look at their previous all-time high. It's over $200, I believe. So we're talking about a huge pullback here. Maybe it was 150. I know we're looking at a 20 to 30x for his previous all-time high. Yeah. Am I an idiot for wanting to buy more?
Well, so it's tricky, right? It's you got to analyze that risk, right? So there's no doubt about it. Anytime a bank says that they have to refile or delay a 10K, right? Banks are the accountants. Like that's if you know, it's one thing to say a tech stock or this or that they're delaying because that's not their job. Their job isn't to keep the books. But when you see something like Silvergate, that's not good, right? So I think investors have to be very careful here. It is interesting to see that, you know, you mentioned a bunch of big players that have accumulated big stakes here. That makes me wonder if maybe they're going to continue to try to bail them out. So there might be a trade in that respect. But I think anyone looking to buy Silvergate today, you have to just remember there's a chance that it does go to zero. So, you know, if you bet on it and it wins, you might quadruple, 5x, 10x your money. But remember, just obviously don't bet the farm on it in case it goes.
And don't forget, guys, Rand Neuner, Crypto Banter, was telling you to buy it at $28. So, I don't know. If anybody wants to put in my comments if I'm wrong about the Crypto Banter curse, how everything he touches turns to shit, I know him. I'm kind of obsessed with the crypto banter curse because I really think I'm onto something here. If Rand the Man, crypto banter, touches it, talks about it, keep away. Anyway.
Close to zero.
Now, what kind of Vegas odds are you putting on? So, they released Q4, BlackRock, hey, we made an investment. What kind of odds that at the end of Q1, they continue to add to their bag because, the price dropped so considerably?
Yeah, so I mean, with this, so my guess, first of all, is they've already had discussions with the CEO of Silvergate, right? They've probably all huddled even before this news came out. I'm sure that they knew about these issues, and so my guess is if we haven't heard them unloading, granted they wouldn't tell us until they're done unloading because that would kind of shoot themselves in the foot, but it wouldn't shock me to see them looking to pick up and maybe bail them out by getting better options, right? So a lot of times when companies are in distress, these bigger firms that are investing, they'll say, okay, we'll give you X amount of money, but we want a sweeter deal. We want a 10% return.
Markets right now. So why are we seeing more of a pullback? I would expect even sharper losses. What were your thoughts?
Of course, this was yesterday, so this was before the big dump.
Yeah, so it is kind of interesting. I mean, it's a big down day today on the stock, 44.5%. But you're right. I mean, Bitcoin is having a run-of-your-mill down day. And to me, this is telling me that investors are kind of gotten used to this. And I mean, that sounds kind of weird that we've gotten used to these bad headlines. But I think investors in crypto are saying, listen, this stuff will go by the wayside. The markets will work themselves out. There is a future for crypto, so let's not freak out about it.
All right. Now, you had previously said, hey, I'm expecting a run up to 25. I'm seeing a little bit of a pullback. What's your mid to long-term outlook for Bitcoin? Because it seems to be correlating. And now, after 25 was scary, scary numbers, the teens even. Are you still seeing that?
I am. Now, again, there's some stopping points along the way, but let's take a look at the chart and just kind of get into this. So basically, we know that the 25 level was a major resistance level. In fact, for 6 straight days, we hammered on that level. And ultimately, when you hammer on a level and can't break through it, eventually the path of least resistance comes to effect, which was a downside, right? So we then had 4 down days. And what we see here is this is what's referred to in the technical world as a bear flag or in spirit of bear flag. Now, what this means is the probabilities are favoring a down move. The only positive for crypto investors is it's somewhat of a muted downside move to the low end of this channel. So the big battle is going to be fought here around 22,300 to 400. As long as that holds, you could see Bitcoin go re-attack the 25,000 level.
So this is interesting. Gareth Soloway, who I'm a big fan of, by the way, don't agree with everything he said. This was filmed yesterday before the dump when we were at like 23,000 or whatever. And of course, we dumped $1,000 since then. And Gareth Soloway, even before the dump, he's basically saying, look, no matter what happens, Bitcoin has to hang out above 22,300. Well, we're doing that right now, but it's close. I mean, we could go under at any time. So we really are right now like just teetering. At least according to Gareth Soloway, we are just teetering on if we're going to go below 20,000 or go back up to 25, and we're right at that mark. But it really is interesting how Gareth Soloway, yesterday Bitcoin was 23,700 yesterday or whatever it was, and he basically said we have to hold above 22,300, and here we are now at 22,400. So the guy knows his stuff. I mean, he's definitely you can't say he doesn't when it comes to charting.
If that breaks, though, that's the one you don't want to break. If that breaks, there's really no major support until you get down to this 18,000 level. That would be a major level of support. You can see upsloping trend line, flat top from this pivot high here. But again, watch 22,300 to 400. That is going to be the line in the sand for investors to really pay attention to.
All right, I'm going to go bullish. You know me.
Really good stuff with Soloway. He is a good trader. Like I said, eventually he'll be wrong, but he's had some bad calls as well. But he does know his stuff when it comes to charting. And Bitcoin hanging out right there, right now, on that line. Jeez, I mean, it is kind of nerve-wracking. If you're a big follower on Gareth Soloway, we are kind of, this is a nerve-wracking level right here. So we'll see what happens on that one. For me, what do I think? I mean, I really don't know. I don't even think this whole Silvergate Bank situation was all that big of a deal. It's been dumping for a while. It's been in the gutter for like the last 6 months. Even Rand Nooner's been talking about it for months as a buy, which of course we know to sell when he starts talking about it as a buy. So I think we could. I mean, if I had to make a bet on it, I mean, I'll try to. I'll try to be a bullish guy. I'd say, man, yeah, I think we're probably going to go back up above 23,000 and be back up to $24,000 in the coming weeks. But I wouldn't really bet on it because I really don't know. It's all a guess right now. If we get some other bad news today, if the stock market, which I haven't even looked at the stock market today, let me pull that up. All right, well, stocks are up today. Stocks rise on Friday as S&P tries to snap 3-week losing streak. Not up all that much, but that is some positivity. So you know what? If I had to make a bet, today, I'd probably say we're going to go back above $23,000. But like I said, what Gareth Soloway said, we are teetering right now on the brink of definitely going back down to $20,000. Good news is, if we do go down there, you're going to get all those great altcoin prices that you thought you missed out on. I saw people in my comments, I should have bought this, I should have bought that, I should have bought my Theta at 73 cents, blah, blah, blah. Well, if we go back down to $20,000 Bitcoin, that 80 cent, 75 cent Theta is right back, at least close, and you'll be able to get that. But I'm not selling anything. I'm not doing anything. I'm actually not buying anything right now. I will buy if we go lower, but right now I'm just in the watch mode, and I'm watching, Gareth Soloway, and I'm just kind of seeing where the market takes us. All right, folks, that's pretty much it. There's not too much else going on. We had the dump. It's over. Crypto banter curse. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. You can't make this stuff up. If he talks about it, it's going to be a piece of shit, and it's going to dump. And it just, every day, it gets, this crypto banter curse gets proven more and more and more. And of course, we're seeing that with Silvergate. So I just think it's fascinating. I think more people should be talking about this. Like, there's something going on. Think about it. Terra UST 0, Luna 0, Solana turned out to be the biggest Sam Bankman-Fried scam. Goes down every 2 weeks. It's down like 99% from its all-time high. Now you got Silvergate Bank. He was a big pusher of Phantom, and then the CEO quit. Of course, the CEO is back, but I mean, do you really still buy a coin when the CEO quits every few months and then you don't know what's going to happen? So really, going into this next bull market, if it's something that Crypto Banter, Rand Neuner, has not talked about, he's not shilling it, and Crypto Rand does not like Cardano. That is not something he shills, which makes me even more bullish on coins like Cardano. Like I said the other day, I was pretty bullish on Polymatic. I just thought I missed the run. Then he had the sleazeball owner or CEO of Polymatic on, or founder, and the guy was a used car salesman, and I'm like, I'm not touching this Polymatic. So that's why I love Crypto Banter's channel. It's entertaining, I get that, but it just gives you a glimpse. Like, if he's talking about it, it's going to be garbage. Not to buy it. The smart money knows not to buy it. And I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of smart money watches Rand Neuner, Crypto Banter, just for that reason. They say, okay, I'm going to see what he's talking about, and I'm going to do the complete opposite, because I know if he has a guest on talking about a project, that project's probably a scam. All right, folks, like and subscribe. Talk to you later.